The Torino was completely redesigned for 1970, with styling influenced by the aircraft, thanks to Ford designer Bill Schenck. As compared to the 1969 model, the new Torino was 5 inches longer and had an inch longer wheelbase. These improvements helped to open up a slew of new styling and performance choices. Lee Iacocca thought the concept for the 1970 model was a big success when he saw it. What a compliment coming from the man who helped bring the Mustang to life. This car looks great, but with the big block power, it could stand up to the rest of the muscle machines rolling out of Detroit. Let's be real, the Mustang was the hot car in Ford's lineup since it was introduced in 1964, and for that reason, the Torino didn't get as much love. No respect, as the comic Rodney Dangerfield would say. However, its luck seemed to change in 1970 when the Torino became its own model and cut ties to the Fairlane name. Shaped by the wind and the new shape of muscle for 1970 were advertising campaign slogans used to promote the redesigned Torino. Trims such as the GT and Cobra would round out the performance side of the 1970 Torino lineup. When it comes to performance and styling, the Torino Cobra looked fast even when parked. Most performance seekers would agree the new Coke bottle design was an improvement over the Torino's previous boxy exterior. One of the first things that captures your attention is the blacked-out hood and grille. This probably looks a little menacing in the rearview mirror to the Chevelle SS driver as the Torino Cobra approaches from behind. An aspect that adds to the clean look is how the bumpers are mounted flush to the body. Another popular styling trend this year, adding to the clean appearance of the Torino, was the concealed windshield wipers. Options such as Magnum 500 rims and rear window louvers could also be ordered to give the car a little more flair. Inside, the Cobra could be equipped with amenities such as tachometer, center console with a Hurst shifter, and high back bucket seats. Buyers could also add power windows, an AM/FM radio, and dual racing mirrors to complete their car. Coiled and ready to strike, that's a good way to describe the 1970 Ford Torino Cobra. With its 429 cubic inch V8 spewing 360 horsepower, the Cobra had enough venom to keep the GTO and Charger within striking distance. A 4-speed manual with a Hurst shifter was the gearbox of choice for the Torino Cobra. Now here's where things start to get a little interesting, as is muscle car enthusiasts agreed that the Torino Cobra was a great muscle car. The Ford Motor Company could have built the car as it was and called it a day, but they didn't. For drivers wanting something a little extra, the optional Cobra Jet 429 Ram Air V8 with a drag pack was available. This engine included 11:1 compression, heavy-duty connecting rods, high-rise intake manifold, and a 700 CFM 4-barrel carburetor. The drag pack upped the ante with traction lock differential, engine oil cooler, forged aluminum pistons, and 4-bolt center main bearings. Because of this, it's our guess that the drivers with the drag pack unleashed this fury more at the stoplight rather than at the drag strip. Performance-wise, the Torino Cobra was no dog sled. In their February 1970 issue, Motor Trend put a Torino Cobra equipped with a 429 Super Cobra jet engine, 4-speed, and a 3.91:1 gearing through its paces. They were able to squeeze 5.8 seconds from 0 to 60 and 13.99 seconds in the quarter mile with a speed of 101 miles per hour. This was more than enough power to keep the 1970 Pontiac GTO 455 at bay. In fact, the Cobra beat the GOAT from 0 to 60 by 1.2 seconds and in the quarter mile by a second. Talk about needle in a haystack. There was one rare Ford Torino dubbed the Type NW. These special Torinos were built specifically for the Northwest region of the United States. These limited production Torinos were decked out in Pacific Blue, Oregon Orange, and Washington Green and featured black hoods, rocker panel stripes, and Argent-style wheels. 601 were planned for production, but only 395 were actually built. Long gone is the popularity of the full-size performance coupe.
Like, share, subscribe, thanks for watching.